Ladies and gentlemen, Total Extreme Wrestling, I'm BrendenPlayz, WWE 2011, playing again here today. We're going to keep on moving along up until around the No Way Out pay-per-view. Hopefully we can get close to that. Good to be back playing more TW. We should be live again same time tomorrow as well. So, probably playing 2018 tomorrow, but today 2011. And new storylines needs to be happening this week. Obviously with SmackDown, their pay-per-view, their exclusive pay-per-view is up next. So we'll see what happens there. But we need to obviously establish some new storylines there. And we've just recently had One Night Stand, and we've got about 3 weeks to go until we get to No Way Out. I don't know if we'll get there today, or if we really rush things, we may be able to do it. But definitely would like to get as close as we possibly can, if not be able to do that show. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so one thing I wanted to do was kind of look at some of the contract situation, and we'll get into that in a moment when everyone kind of is here. But certainly something I want to look at, because I noticed there's a lot of expiring contracts coming up. There's a lot of people that have got long-term deals. With a lot of people here, that's a lot of people. 100 days or less that the contract is expiring. Yeah, so even a few more up here as well. So a lot of people in that next 3-4 months will need a new deal or potentially be let go. And I think what I may do is probably let a few go and kind of freshen up the roster. A lot of people that we don't need. You know, I can see Yoshi Tatsu, Paul Burchill, some of these guys, Eric Escobar, that we've got nothing for, never will. Perhaps we will let them go and, you know, move on to other things. But that's something we definitely think about. But we'll have a look at that in more detail later on. Welcome everyone to the stream. We got Samia, Raven, Sleepy Rabbit, Benny, Bubba, always good to see you again, man. Mike Myers, welcome, man. Silky, glad it's 2011. Yep, glad you're here. Loving your progress on the TNA mod. I've been looking at all of it. It's very good. Scratchy, welcome. This evening, morning. Must be from UK. Fortunately, my sleep pattern is improved. It's 9 AM where I'm at right now. But I think for me to be able to reach the UK people, it's got to be, you know, me streaming 7 AM or something like that. Can't quite do that, but I'm trying. Elite decided to turn an entire Impact show into a Gauntlet match and have it run throughout the entire show. Wow. Didn't go down that well. Jesus, yeah, I could see why that didn't go down that well. But, good try, good try. Good try for something different, you know. Super Savage, Alaska, welcome. Alright, let's get into it. So, we did update some of the pictures. I know that's kind of why it took a little bit longer to start the stream, because I was updating some of the pictures. I think I got most of the new champions, I'm hoping. Well, if we missed one or two, it is what it is. But, yeah, so we'll take a look at the roster and the expiring contracts. So, straight away, Molly Holly looks like we didn't renew her contract. I probably should have done that, just to give us another woman on the roster, because we don't really have anyone to replace her with. But for whatever reason, I didn't renew it. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I just didn't want to at the time. It's too late now. I can't do it, so she's gone. Finley, road agent now. Natalya, definitely keeping her. Gerald Briscoe, well, you know, you kind of have to keep Gerald Briscoe. Brian Kendrick, his is coming up. I mean, he's really doing a hell of a lot of nothing at the moment. He's a good hand, though. Colt Cabetta hasn't had much of a chance. He's, you know, started out. He's been working a bit of a program with Del Rio. He's doing okay. I think he definitely probably deserves another 6 months to see where he's at. Josh Matthews, I don't even think we're using him at the moment. Scott Armstrong's a ref. Beulah McGillicuddy, she'll probably be gone. We don't really need her anymore. Davey Richards has come in hot. Fortunately fizzled out a little bit. Probably because of me. I haven't done a lot with him. There might be more there to him. Not sure. I think we probably need Eddie Edwards, to be honest, to get another really, really strong tag team. I think that's where Richards is going to be able to shine. Shelley and Sabin, definitely keeping those. Surprised we didn't give them a longer term deal. Tatsu and Birchall, probably going to be gone. Sabu, I'm starting to get fed up with Sabu again. Every save, I'm getting fed up with Sabu. Plus, he's 47. I think the nostalgia ECW act is probably done. Eric Escobar, probably holding Chavo back. Wade Barrett, yeah, we'll keep him. Sweet Papi Sanchez, yeah, we'll keep him, I guess. Maybe. Tajiri, yeah, Tajiri, 40 years of age, probably not going anywhere. Maybe you could let him go. Shawn Michaels, we'll probably have to give Shawn Michaels a new part-time deal as an occasional wrestler rather than as a full-time main eventer. I think that would be wise. He's on 125k per year, so he's on a massive deal. Mickie James, keeping her. I could see TNA really making a play for Mickie James, so we might have some competition there. Rosa Mendez should probably be gone. Santino, we'll probably keep him. Tanaka, great ECW talent, just unfortunately he's a job guy on our roster, but we'll have to make a decision if we need another job guy or not. Charlie Haas having a good run with Shelton Benjamin, but I think that run will probably be, past its, expiry date by then. Matt Striker, probably keep him as a commentator. Chavo, yeah, probably keep. Chavo's 40. Wow. Yeah, Chavo hasn't been brilliant, to be honest. Hasn't been brilliant. So the jury's out on Chavo. We don't know. Heath Slater, keep him. He's just starting out. CM Punk obviously going to give him probably a ridiculous deal. Sheamus, keep him. Sting. Well, Sting's 52, but I feel like there's another couple of big WrestleMania or high-profile matches we could get out of Sting. They might not be brilliant, but at least it's those dream matches that, you'd love to see Sting have before he retires type of deal. So yeah, I'd say we probably will renew Sting for another year. We probably need to have Sting on SummerSlam, don't we? Or, something with Sting soon. I definitely think Survivor Series, Sting a part of a tag team would be cool. One of the 5-on-5s. But yeah, so the list goes on. We'll leave it there, but there's a few more up there that definitely could probably see getting cut. But a lot of the low-end, lower-mid to mid-carders are on the chopping block in the next coming, 3 to 4 months. So there could be a massive swing in the roster. There is a lot of people that do have long-term deals, obviously, but there's a lot as well that could be gone in the next 6 months. So certainly will be interesting to see where the roster's at. Alright. Let's have a look. Some of the chat. Viking Atlas, welcome, man. Good to see you. Jamie, first time ever been able to catch a stream. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Good to have you. Jack Warburton, welcome. Sign the Briscoes? Nah. They've never come to WWE, so I just feel like it's not a realistic thing. I mean, I have got Homicide and people like that, but yeah. Sting versus Sweet Papi Sanchez. Oh yeah, that'll be good. Yep, that'll be great. Triple H versus Sting. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Kill Namestar, thank you for the bits. I'm glad you're streaming during the middle of the week. Yes, I've been wanting to do it for forever. Finally fixed my sleep pattern. Like last week when I streamed, I told you guys that I was doing an all-nighter. And I was trying to fix my sleep pattern. Well, it worked. It worked. Be going to bed around midnight, waking up at 8:30. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for me. So, as someone who likes to stay up till 2, 3 a.m., so. What do you think of Ciampa winning the NXT title last night? Didn't watch it, but if you had said to me a year or two ago that, 2 years ago that Ciampa was going to come to NXT and be the champion, I would never have been able to sit. I would have said, no way, he's not a draw, he's not going to be a top guy, he doesn't have it. But the transformation the guy's made is pretty incredible, and the way they booked him, the way they utilized him, really kind of gives me faith that there is hope that they can create stars. They can, take someone who was a tag team, low-end tag team guy and turn him into the top guy of the show. That's pretty incredible. So, yeah, kudos to them. You know, he's always had talent, but I just thought the look that he had probably wouldn't be star material, but he got himself in great shape. He's had great matches, so, yeah, he definitely deserves it. So, we're speaking about Davey Richards. I just want to see... Oh, Eddie Edwards. Okay. So this is the reason why we haven't signed him. Okay. He's out injured with a stroke. So, he'll be back in 8 days. But he's also under a written contract with All Japan. Okay, so that's an issue, isn't it? So this is probably the reason why we never signed him. He's got another year on his deal. Yeah, okay. Well, that sucks because I wanted to bring him in and have the American Wolves. I thought that would be a good addition. I guess not. Dave Richards came back from temporary death and TNA Savior rehired instantly. It's crazy, like the Wolves. It's just funny that Eddie Edwards and Dave Richards have both just had ridiculous injuries in separate mods. It's crazy. It's like they're just targeted for bad shit to happen to them. I might take a look, since we're thinking about maybe moving some people on. Let's take a look and see who's available, shall we? Look for some great in-ring work. It's probably just going to be Mexican and Japanese wrestlers here, but we'll see if there's any names out there. Memestar, thanks for the bets. What do you think about the match announced for SummerSlam, like Joe and Styles? Joe and Styles is a great match. I did that on my TW mod, I think. That's definitely a SummerSlam match I would have done. And for the championship, it's even better. I definitely feel as though it's time for Joe to win the belt there. I feel like they've done enough with Joe now. They've built him up for so long. For him not to win the championship now would be a pretty big disappointment. Just having a look around. You know, some names out there that we're kind of familiar with. That, you know, Mystico would be bring a Sin Cara in and try that gimmick here. 53 pop, I mean, it's not a bad start, but we really want to go with Sin Cara again? I don't know. As for anyone else, Shannon Moore, we're not going back to that disaster again. Yeah, there's not a lot of, like, named people out there that are great workers, and that's no surprise. You know, that's pretty common. But we'll look for some people on a regional level that are good. And there's still, yeah, there's a fair few of them. Yeah, we'll look. So, looking around. You know, we haven't thought about Goldberg for a little bit, but would we bring Goldberg in for a run? 73 pop. Probably no real need. I mean, 44. Unless we're looking for another attraction. But we've still got The Rock to use. We haven't done a lot with Sting yet. So we probably don't need to bring in Goldberg as an attraction. I think we've got enough up our sleeve at the moment for that big WrestleMania caliber attraction. So we probably don't need Goldberg at this point. Especially if we've got The Rock coming in. Hopefully, if he's not doing another movie for WrestleMania. Eugene return. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. Hi, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Nah. There he is, Kenny Omega. He's not even that good at the moment. Like, he's good, but he's not like world class. So he's not a guy that I'd really put all my investment in. I just don't care about Kenny Omega. It's just every mod is like, hi Kenny Omega in 2005. Hi Kenny Omega, he's the greatest thing ever. Yeah, cool. Maybe 2018. Yeah, definitely a 2018 mod when he's got 70 pop and he's on fire and he's having great matches. Absolutely, you definitely consider him then, but not back here just quite yet. Nick Dinsmore. So Eugene. Fortunately for Eugene, he just got labeled as Eugene forever, and that just killed him. You know, he's a great worker actually. I think that's something people kind of often forget, that Eugene was actually a really freaking good wrestler, but just the gimmick. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay. Team Goldberg versus Team Sting. Yeah, that'd be really good if it's 1998. Adam Rose. No, didn't we already have him and fire him? I swear we just got rid of him. Yeah. Yeah, we let him go. Probably for the best. Roderick Strong. Ooh, he's a good worker. He's really good. Roderick Strong coming in before the big rush of NXT talent, like Joe coming in, you know, Adam Cole, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, that crop. If he had came in, well, Sami Zayn was early, but if he had came in that initial burst of NXT, I think it's going to be pretty different for him. Obviously, he doesn't have the mic skills, but geez, he's a good wrestler. Good wrestler. Where's Shelton Benjamin? We've got Shelton Benjamin in ECW. Real Toxic, welcome. 2018 mods suck because TW sucks at all modern mods. I don't think so. I think that the mod that I use is good. I think it's fine. Get Elena Jordan. No. Yeah, I think Roderick Strong, he's got enough pop. Certainly someone we could consider bringing into NXT. For sure. As for everyone else, there's not a lot going on. There's not many people out there that I'm not keen on bringing in. If there is, TNA probably has them, and not for us. So it is what it is. Alright, let's do a show. So we got Raw. So last Raw. So obviously coming off One Night Stand, 94 rated show. Kennedy defeating Sheamus in the main event there. We gave RVD the Hardcore Championship. He'll have a bit of a run with it for, you know, a few weeks maybe, then Homicide will get it back. But last Raw we had John Cena beating Chris Sabin in the main event. Not that strong of a match. Masters beat Kendrick. Strange Society beat Wang Yang and Yoshitatsu. Victoria defeated Melissa. So it was a bit of a weaker show, and we kind of wanted it to be that way just so we didn't, you know, go crazy. But we were coming off Vengeance where Randy defeated John Cena to keep the World Championship. In terms of Raw, I'm not sure what's next for the World Championship and for SummerSlam. You know, we were hoping to have something big there, but we went with Cena probably a little bit too early, but we kind of had to. So Orton's the champion at the moment. He's the top guy on Raw. So your options are Batista, John Cena, Kane, Rey Mysterio. Rey's tag champ, so is Batista. But we could definitely have one of those not defend the belts for SummerSlam. And that would be okay because, you know, we could just build up the rest of the tag division. That's kind of what we're doing with the tag division right now. Batista and Rey are so far ahead of the competition. We're trying to establish the other teams. Shelley and Sabin will probably be the team to beat them. So we keep giving them wins, keep building them up. By the time they do win the belts, it'll be good for them. Ideally, SummerSlam would be a good time for them to win it, but it might be a little bit too soon. And we might need a Rey Mysterio to take on Randy Orton for the championship at SummerSlam instead. I think that would be crucial. Magical Wood Chip, it has been too long. Welcome back. Good to see you again. You downloaded the TNA save, but couldn't get the picture pack. Well, the picture pack was with it, man, so if you downloaded the TNA save, you would have got the picture pack. Cena vs. Orton vs. Michaels for SummerSlam. Yeah, a triple threat. What do you think about a triple threat? HBK and Orton. The only reason why we couldn't do HBK and Orton is that Shawn Michaels He's a heel at the moment. Randy vs Mysterio, and have Randy screw over Mysterio and Batista for the tag titles. You could. Any upper mid card guys available in feud? We don't want upper mid card. This is SummerSlam, so this is going to be big. This has got to be a huge match. Triple threat. Triple threat will get us through it. I was hoping to do like Shawn Michaels and maybe John Morrison, but we can do that down the line. Maybe do that for Survivor Series and make it more of a branded feud. You know, make Survivor Series a big brand versus brand night. A bit like bragging rights a bit. Triple threat. I think we might have to. Triple threat. Unless we do, you know, obviously Ray and Batista in there, but six-pack challenge. Well, on the heel side of things, Mark Henry, Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels. So we do have six names to use. Henry's been performing pretty well. Kane's been pretty shitty. So you probably take him out, put Henry, Orton, Michaels. Six-pack challenge, though, I don't know if they're ever that great. A triple threat could work. Shawn Michaels might decline so much before Survivor Series. True. He is declining, but you could still probably get a good match out of him. And let's not forget, last time we had Shawn Michaels in a match, it was against, I believe, Triple H at WrestleMania. No, it wasn't. We had a couple more after that. So it was against Triple H at Judgment Day for the championship. So he had a return match. So he was involved in the championship back then. So he could return. He hasn't been featured since May. So he's had a couple months off. Could come back. Alright. So what will Morrison do at SummerSlam then? I don't know, I'll have to figure it out. I don't know. I'm not keen on the triple threat. But I don't know what else to do. Kind of booked yourself in a corner a little bit. Morrison vs Sting. It's not a match that that I'd love to see, kind of thing. Orton vs Stone Cold. Yeah. Yeah. Do we make it a four-way? Nah. Alright, let's just do it. Whatever. We'll make it a thing. In terms of Morrison for SummerSlam, what do we got? So, Punk's versing Taker. Miz is free. Triple H. We don't have an opponent for Triple H yet. I'm guessing it'll probably be Triple H versus Edge. Same thing with Triple H with the other tag division, is that SmackDown tag division is very poor at the moment, so Edge would be better served off in the main event with Triple H. And we get more out of that. So we'd probably have Edge and Triple H. We could do... It only really leaves us Miz and Christian for Morrison to face. Or, yeah, Sting. And there's Brock Lesnar as well. So... Miz and Morrison. Have we done a Miz and Morrison feud? I feel like we've done a match at Judgment Day. We've already done a couple of matches there. Okay. Interesting. Morrison and Lesnar could work. I mean, they did have that interaction at WrestleMania. You could go off the storyline that, you know, Brock Lesnar could say that John Morrison got in the way of his championship victory. Yeah, that would make sense. That would work. That would work. What's he involved with? Why are all these guys involved in this? Tag team involvement? No idea. Alright. Alright, so that solves that issue. I have to edit Lesnar's contracts. Yeah. I don't know, I probably would have Lesnar win, maybe. Get a return match. Have Lesnar beat the crap out of Morrison. Put Morrison over as the underdog babyface a little bit. And then eventually Morrison might get the win over Lesnar. Something like that. Viking Atlas, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that so much, man. Welcome to the family. Alright. So I'm glad we solved that issue. Thank you, Viking. Appreciate it. Glad we solved that issue. Alright, so we'll just go with it. So let's bring back Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is back. So HBK returns. Wants a title shot. Wants a title shot. Well, demands a title shot. Raw superstars interrupt and state their case. So all the top guys on Raw, they interrupt and say, hey, it should be me. You know, the typical opening up promo. Shawn Michaels comes back, says, hey, last time I was here, I was the champ. I demand another title shot. I'm Shawn freaking Michaels. Give me a shot at SummerSlam. And this kind of gives us a way where we can have multiple matches over the next few weeks. And that way we can give Shawn Michaels a win or two. Give John Cena some wins. And then have them build themselves up for SummerSlam. Give them a few wins. And they can earn that shot. Because Cena's had opportunities, he failed. Shawn Michaels has had opportunities, he failed. So they kind of need to earn something here. So they need a few wins. Might have him beat Mark Henry, beat Kane, maybe beat Batista and Ray. But we'll have them involved, and we'll just go with that. Morrison should be world champ right now. He had a world title run, man. He had a world title run. Let's not forget. He went from November to March. He had a good run. He had a good run. And he had some good matches too. Mainly against Randy Orton. That's mainly his entire run as champ. But he had a good run. He'll get it back. Triple H is the champ at the moment. We need to probably get the belt off him sometime soon. He hasn't really done a hell of a lot with it. In fact, he's only defended it once. Really? Well, I don't know if we'll give it back to Edge. Not sure what we'll do. But Morrison needs to find a way to win it. I think I was going to do CM Punk and Triple H for the championship and have Punk win it. We know we've kind of done that feud before, but on SmackDown this time. I wanted to give the belt back to Punk. Set up for Punk versus Morrison for a big feud. Maybe WrestleMania time, not sure. I'd have Morrison win it back. At least that's kind of what I'm thinking anyways. Trips with creative control? Yeah, that's right. Give Cena the belt at SummerSlam, you think? What else we got going on Raw? Lovely and Victoria. Well, let's give Katie Lee back in the fold. It's been a while since we've had her do much. And she can face Gail Kim. Let's give this match some time. Let's give a chance for Gail Kim to shine a bit. Whack Victorian commentary that can sort the feud out for this week. Promo time backstage. Dolph Ziggler can cut one on Matt Hardy. That feud can continue. Still a bit more juice in that feud. Cena doesn't deserve a shot at the title. That's why we're going to have him earn that shot at the title. I don't think Cena or HBK should beat Orton. Problem is though, who else? If it's not Cena or HBK, it won't be HBK. That's for sure. He's a part-time guy now. Reason why we gave him a run with the belt. What was it? Royal Rumble time. It was a retirement run, I suppose. One last run for Shawn Michaels because he's a legend. He deserved one last run. So we gave him a run. Now, since WrestleMania, he's a part-time guy. He's going to come in, work, pay-per-views only, basically. For this little run to SummerSlam, we'll give him 1 or 2 matches. So he's going to work occasionally, you know. So he's not completely like, I'm only working WrestleMania at the moment. He's not like that, but he will. He's not going to work every week. He's going to work maybe 1 or 2 matches before SummerSlam type of deal. Special attractions. Go a tag match. So who we got? Let's give David Hart and Tyson Kidd. David Hart Smith was last used on April. Wow. Jesus, we haven't used them very well. I'm just thinking here, maybe I give David Hart and Tyson Kidd a little shock victory over Dolph Ziggler thanks to Matt Hardy distraction. It might give him a little bit of a popularity jump because Ziggler's got plenty to give. Ziggler's pretty over, so he could probably afford a loss like that, and it just would help out David Hart and Tyson Kidd, who are a very good team, but haven't had much of an opportunity. It might hurt Swagger a little bit, but Swagger could recover. Swagger, unfortunately, have done literally nothing with this guy. It's his best match. The best match is the Royal Rumble. Oh, it was a Fatal 4-Way. Okay, at the Royal Rumble. We did Swagger, Sheamus, Booker T in a Fatal 4-Way against John Cena at the Royal Rumble. Jesus, what the fuck? Roster must be really bad. Okay. So, I'm going to give them a, you know, flash pinfall, cheap, you know, flash pinfall, distraction win. Puts over the storyline. It might just help a struggling team out a little bit. Mark isn't a horrible choice. Mark would be good to beat John Cena, considering he's a heel. So we give the belt to Cena. Cena has it for a few months. Build up Mark Henry to take it from Cena. I definitely feel like that would be a strong suggestion. Broken Dynasty, welcome to the stream, man. Machine Guns need the tag titles. They'll get the tag titles. I mean, if Batista and Ray are free for SummerSlam, I guess that's where we'll do that. Because Batista, well, Rey Mysterio in particular, he needs to be a singles. We need him at the moment for singles because we're struggling for unique matches because they're all locked up in the tag division. So, you know, it has helped put over the tag division for us, but it's time we kind of switch things up. What else we got? Natalya and LayCool. So we might do Michelle, not Michael, but Michelle. and Layla out there. LayCool impersonate Natalya and mock her. So this is a way to kind of get a bit of heat for LayCool. They're out there, they dress up Natalya, make fun of her, make fun of the Harts, whatever. They just impersonate and mock her. And Natalya, well, alright, we'll bring Natalya out. Natalya interrupts, but LayCool run away. So LayCool escape before Natalya can get their hands on her. Layla doesn't want to go with that script. That's a shame. Read your comment, Fortnite King. Lesnar and Batista rivalry. Lesnar and Batista would be... Batista's not very good as a singles at the moment, so it probably wouldn't be that strong. How do you feel about the announcement of Evolution? Yeah, it's okay. I'm not really that excited for it. I don't really care, but... feels like WWE just doing it just to do it. Just to say, yeah, look what we did for the women, you know. Instead of doing it because, you know, it deserves it in a way. But, I mean, look what they've got going on with the women right now. You know, Sasha Banks and Bayley. One week they're friends, the next week they fucking hate each other. The next week after that they're friends, like, they love each other. I mean, it's just constant back and forth garbage. And they've devalued them, you know. SmackDown side of things, Carmella's champ. She barely wins without, you know, interference from someone or something like that. So she's not that credible as champ. Asuka, who had all this mystique about her, is now, that's all gone. So, the last 6 months, they haven't really done a lot of favors for the women. You know, Ronda Rousey is probably the only real reason why they're doing this, because, you know, they can have her main event the show probably as champion or win the championship at that event. Make that a big special moment. And then it's another excuse to bring back some women. So they might have Trish have a match or something like that. So it's whatever. Well, what can our main event be? So, since Shawn Michaels is here, let's give him a match. So Shawn Michaels can have a match tonight. Shawn Michaels, Rey Mysterio, Batista. We'll give him an upper mid card guy. Who can we give him? I mean, there's Matt Hardy. He's kind of already been involved tonight. There's not a lot of other upper mid card names. Might have to be Batista, but that's like on paper that's such a huge match that I just it feels wrong to give that away on TV, but we might have to. All right. Shawn Michaels can hype up his match against Batista. Where is Raw? Alright. So Shawn Michaels' big return. He's got to kind of have... If he's going to come back and say, I demand a title shot, well, he's got to be in a match tonight. He's at 95 pop still. I mean, his stats are still good. I know he's declining, but surely he can have a good one with Batista. We'll make it 18 minutes to be safe. Shawn Michaels can get the win. And just to make sure Batista's still strong, we'll have Shawn Michaels cheat to win. Or something like that. Shawn can cheat. We'll put Randy on commentary. Batista has been poor at singles, yeah. replace Cena with Ray. Ray's tag champ. At the end of the day, he's not as singles at the moment. And I think we'll do Ray versus Randy Orton down the line as a big program. Not sure. I've always wanted to do that as a feud, but for whatever reason, we just haven't done it. So we'll do HBK calls Orton out to get into the ring and fight. Orton walks away. So, more of a babyface move there, I suppose, but Shawn Michaels, who cheats the win, you know, kind of says, hey, look, I just beat Batista, I deserve a shot. Randy Orton, let's get in the ring now and I'll prove it to you type of thing. It's a babyface thing, but, you know, calls out Orton to get in the ring, and Randy Orton says, nah, not tonight. Not doing it. And that's how we can close out the show. And I'm used to booking 2-hour shows, so this is like a short one for me. So there you go. Alright, we'll go with that. So Shawn Michaels is back. Got Cena out there, Mark Henry, Kane, Batista, and Ray, all wanting to become the next contender for the World Championship, rather. Batista's gimmick's getting stale, so someone jot that down and remind me once this show's done. Fix Batista. Mark Henry looked excellent. That's good. So Mark Henry's certainly looking like a star. Katie Lee and Gail Kim, 77. Katie Lee getting the victory over Gail Kim. Victoria on commentary. Katie Lee was very good. Ziggler, 91. Hart Dynasty versus Ziggler and Swagger, 85. We gave the win, obviously, to Tyson Kidd, who apparently used ropes for leverage. So that's not what I was wanting, but there you go. I did the distraction, didn't I? Or did I not? Yeah, I did. Okay. So 85. Overall, look, Tyson Kidd 88, David Hart Smith 79, Ziggler and Swagger 86, and 88. So that's pretty good. So overall, very good match, and we gave the win to the Hart Dynasty. Hopefully, just give them 1 or 2 popularity points would be excellent. Just a small little boost would be nice, just for them, because we haven't utilized them very well, but their performances have continued to be very, very good. Michelle McCool and LayCool out there impersonating and making fun of Natalya, mocking her. 79 rated. Natalya came out to interrupt it, but LayCool got away. Shawn Michaels promo on Batista, 91. And that way we can just advance this feud a little bit further to give it a bit more heat before the match tonight. Match itself was 86 rated. Batista. Well, what did we say? Batista hasn't got it anymore in the ring as a singles. 89. What the hell do we know? 89. Where did that come from? Batista pulling out an 89. What? Shawn Michaels still has it. 90. 86 overall. Wow. Shawn Michaels can carry anyone to a good match by the looks of it. Batista debuted a new power spot that showcased his strength. There you go. So he's got a new go-to spot in the future. Psychology will be helped. Well, there you go. That's good. And the confrontation afterwards, Orton and Shawn Michaels, 87. It's not as good there. Too short to be much better than that. Okay. 90 overall. That's good. I'm shocked about Batista, huh? That's excellent. Let's take a look at the results. TNA still trying to fight me for Natalya, but we've got her locked up. Obviously, the only one she's considering. We had to give her a 7-year deal, but she's still here in 2018, so 7 years is fair enough. Raw rating, pretty high. Finlay sticking around, and we've made it so no matter what, No more wrestling for Finlay. Yeah, we could use him to put over someone again, but we've kind of done that enough. I mean, he worked... Over the course of a couple of years, he's worked 13 matches, he's won 1. Who did he beat? Who had the unfortunate circumstance of losing to Finlay? It was Tommy Dreamer. 58 rated match. That's probably why we never gave Finlay another win after that. Jesus. Alright. He's now a road agent. Joel Briscoe sticking around as well. That's what I had to do to keep Homicide away from WWE. They were relentless. I can only imagine in the TNA playthrough that WWE would be very, very, very difficult to outbid because they just got so much money and Vince was just happy to splurge it. Alright, so we've freshened up Batista. He's all good. So Dolph Ziggler had a loss. So down to 82-ish or whatever. Swagger... Where is he? Swagger dipped a little bit as well. Not ideal for Swagger to lose, but... So David Hart Smith now to 61. I don't think he really improved. No. Okay, that's not good. Tyson Kidd 66, 67. And again, I don't think he really improved. No, yeah, he went up a little bit to 67. Not a lot, though. So he was 65, 66 mainly. So now he's gone a couple up to 67. So, well, an attempt to fix their popularity situation kind of just hurt Dolph Ziggler's in the end. Didn't really work. It's a shame. Yeah, would have liked that to be different. David Hart Smith's only 24 at the moment. Wow. So he's still very young right now. It's crazy. He's got a quite significantly lower popularity in comparison to Tyson Kidd. So I think his previous match before that was in April. So we spent a number of months not even using him for some reason. So we just had Tyson Kidd go as singles. And Tyson Kidd, yeah, performing a lot better than David Hart, but yeah, we just didn't use him. Oh, well, we brought him back, we gave him a win. So that'll help him out anyways. Shawn Michaels still the same. Batista still the same as expected. Okay. So someone said earlier on, we're losing Molly Holly. Are you going to bring in another woman to replace her? So let's take a look and see which women are out there. And we got Candice LeRae, Candice Michelle. I mean, Davina Fly, we know her. Jazz, she was a disaster on TNA. Can't see her being any better here. Shelly Martinez, again, not very good in TNA mod. So, in terms of popularity-wise, not a lot of women who are going that well. Get Zelina Vega. She's very young. Very young. So there's plenty of not old. What about decent ring workers? Who's decent? Decent enough to bring her in. Okay. We could obviously look towards our developmental as well, which we will. But I feel like if you get rid of one, you call up one, you might have to replace them. Heidi Lovelace, oh, she's brand new. Yeah. Sasha Banks, she's brand new. Yeah, so there's not not that many. Not many named girls at the moment that are established that would bring in. Without developmental. So we've got Alicia Fox. We can always bring her back up. I think she is actually ready to be called up again. I think I remember seeing a message from her saying she's ready. And for somehow her popularity's improved despite being in developmental. That's interesting. Good for her. Is she a champion or something? No. So Fox is down there. You obviously ask Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, she was in the main roster, I believe. Not for long, I suppose. We brought it up for a little bit and put it back down. Brooke Tessmacher. She's actually not that bad. So she might be a good name. Always like Brooke, to be honest. I always have. Other than that, obviously Paige. Not a bad shout. She's got some skills, but she can keep on... she's nearly peaked, actually, despite it only 20. Serena. I think Serena would probably be... She probably deserves to be the next one up. I think she's waited the longest out of most of these girls. So... Because she's been developmental since the beginning. Yeah. So she might be the next one up. Someone else said Emma. Emma, yeah. Again, very good. But I feel like Alicia Fox probably get brought back up. But she can keep improving. So we can keep improving her. We may as well. And she's doing well in developmental. We'll keep her there. Whereas Serena's basically peaked in developmental. So she's probably the next one to call up. So we probably will call her up. Alright. So, it probably will be Serena. Even though I didn't really see a lot of Serena in her time in WWE, I don't really know much about her. I mean, we need another replacement. If not, probably Brooke Tessmacher, because I like Brooke. And her skills are just about peaking. And yeah, so she might be a good shout. So one of those, maybe both. Why not? Alright, so Brooke would be good to add some sex appeal to ECW, but we don't do women's wrestling there. Dudley's been jerks backstage, attacking Dave Richards. Oh my goodness. They're unhappy. You're unhappy that you got fined for beating someone up. There you go. Sheamus brought to Wrestler's Court. He didn't share the rental car. Damn, Sheamus, share that rental car. So ECW's backstage is pretty poor, which is kind of fitting for ECW, I suppose. Stretch the size, mainly what she did. Yeah, that's kind of what I know. It's kind of all I know she did. But I didn't really watch in that time period. Like I said, I didn't really watch this whole 09 to 2011. I didn't watch any of it. That's all she did. Well, she could maybe have a proper run as a wrestler. So ECW. So we're coming off the pay-per-view. We had Kennedy win. With ECW, I mean, obviously MVP had the big win to kind of make him the #1 contender or the next guy in line. The problem is that Jericho beat Big Show. I think. I'm pretty sure he did. Yes. Jericho beat Big Show, and MVP won, and Kennedy won. Kennedy's a heel. The next two guys who won were MVP and Jericho. So who the hell faces Kennedy next? So the problem is that we're so strong on the heel side of things, whereas the babyface side, yeah, Sheamus is good, Big Show's good, Kofi's all good, but not old news, but we've kind of been there, done that with a bit of them, a few of them. So we're doing a triple threat with Raw. We almost need to do a Fatal 4-Way with ECW or something like that. Maybe you do the 6-man with ECW. I'm not sure. Might not be a bad idea. Turn MVP face. That was my other suggestion, but as you see, he's a pretty poor baby face. That was going to be my other thought. But, yeah. Kennedy as a face, I doubt it. Yeah, it's okay. Why is he only 77 heel? He should be like 90. He's a great heel. Natural heel. Yeah, so... Might end up being the only ECW match on the card, so throwing all your main event into a world title match works. That's a good point. That's a good point. So, if we did a 6-man, Jericho, Kofi, MVP, Kennedy, Sheamus, Big Show. Boom, there you go. RVD, Homicide, if we can, as the other match. Or it might be Bobby Roode and Seth Rollins as the singles on SummerSlam. We'll do that blow-off match there. Since Bobby Roode just turned heel. Remember at One Night Stand he turned heel. So that's done. The Dudleys also turned heel as well. So we might do Roode and Rollins as ECW's featured spotlight match, as well as the 6-pack match. And do Homicide RVD on TV. So we'll do that. So we'll try to cheat a little bit here and we'll just add Big Show and everyone else into this feud since it's already established with good heat. Sheamus is already in. Oh yeah, Sheamus is already in it, idiot. Chris Jericho. And also, it's a way we can kind of keep Jericho and Big Show going a little bit further. And also gives us a way to reward MVP for his big win. So it all kind of makes sense in a way. So you've already got a feud with Big Show and Jericho, a feud between Sheamus and Kennedy. The only thing that doesn't really make a lot of sense is... One second. My screen accidentally turned off, so 1 second. Okay, all good. Sorry about that. Oh, it's on again. I have a loose wire or something like that that it's being bumped and it's turning my second screen off. Something I need to fix. My apologies. Just give me 1 sec. Put this back together. Alright, sorry about that. Should be all good now. Okay, so we're still doing Roode and Rollins. That's still happening, but not for the championship. But that's just a singles match that's got a bit of storyline behind it. That ECW that deserves to be on SummerSlam. ECW deserves a couple matches on SummerSlam, not just one. So that'll happen. So that's what I was saying. The only thing that doesn't quite make sense yet is the fact that Kofi Kingston will be in this match, but maybe he gets a win over Kennedy or gets a win over someone to force Paul Heyman, or actually Mick Foley's the commissioner, force his hand and give him a match there. So that makes all sense there. We'll alter this description. They call it a 6-pack challenge, don't they? 6-pack challenge. Sure. Alright. So we'll have Candy come out and kind of brag that he beat Sheamus. We've got a bit of time, so we won't announce a six-pack challenge yet, but we've got a bit of time to build. So Candy gloats about his one-night stand win over Sheamus. Foley interrupts and offers Sheamus a rematch. So we'll do Sheamus and Candy again. So since Candy's bragging about how he's so good and how he can, beat anybody, how he beat Sheamus so easy, Foley says, "Alright, you think you can beat him? How about another match?" And we'll do that match maybe next week. I won't do it tonight. I think for ECW you should bring in a TV title, the lower mid-card guys, since the hardcore title stays around the higher up guys. The hardcore title is for the mid to upper mid-card. The higher up guys, no, not really. The only reason why it's in the higher up guys is because Homicide has just got himself so crazily over unexpectedly. But it was always intended to be around that 60 to 75 popularity range. Homicide has just done so well with it, to the point where he probably is ready himself to move away from the hardcore title and become a main event talent. So that's something we'll have to think about, and probably will need to execute. I wanted to do Homicide and Seth Rollins for the championship at some point, and have Seth Rollins win it. So that might be where we go next. But he's the best guy I can put over mid-card talent, since he's always high. It's a good point. Have the TV title defended every week. I don't feel like we need another championship. A title to be defended every week. I mean, that's the hardcore title, isn't it? We may as well. Well, let's defend it this week then. Let's do that. Drew McIntyre gonna have a match. We'll give him Trent Beretta. Something that I've always realized with my booking is that I never really have my top or up mid or anything like that work with lower guys. I always have them kind of work with each other. Something I wanted to do a little bit more is have main event talent or up mid card talent work with the low mid card guys. Beat them easily, but that gives me more matchups I can do and ways that we can keep the big matches for big moments and big pay-per-views and things like that. Sheamus can cut a big promo on Mr. Kennedy. And we'll do the Dudleys coming out, and they can explain their actions against streamer Sabu. The Dudleys explain why they attacked Sabu and Dreamer. Can't spell today, sorry. The reason behind that is basically the Dudleys, they want to be known as the, historic, or they want to be known as the ECW originals. They are, in their minds, the ECW original team. They are ECW. Whereas everyone, the fans, anyways, have been saying that Sabu and Dreamer have been more of the ECW originals. They're the heart and soul of ECW, when the Dudleys believe that they are the heart and soul. Don Monahan, welcome to the stream, man. Have RVD vs Homicide versus Rollins and Rude at SummerSlam with the hardcore title. Then Rollins wins. Rollins and Rude for the title. Feud for the title. Something to definitely think about. So RVD's first title defense. Let's make it against Davey Richards. Give it some time. Try and spotlight Davey Richards a little bit. Give RVD the win. Should we stick Homicide on the commentary? 81. Yeah, if we stick him on there, it might help. So, Striker can take a hike. Homicide can attack him afterwards. Brendan's favourite superstar just showed up in TNA. What do you mean by that? Give the Usos a match. They're heels, okay. Santino Marella showed up in TNA. God. Isn't the hardcore title defended anytime, anywhere? Well, technically, yes. We've tried to give it a little bit more prestige about it and make it more about gimmick matches and, you know, hardcore matches rather than defend any time. But Homicide did have a lot of title defenses throughout his time as champion. So, yeah, it basically is a TV title. It will be defended nearly every week. I might give the Usos a shock win over Hawkins and Ryder, just to give him a win. Let's have him win by DQ or something. Alright. Let's give Kofi Kingston a win. Well, we need something with Bobby Roode, don't we? Oh, well, we'll have to do it next week. Kofi could take on Shelton Benjamin in the main event. We've probably done this match 1,000 times. Kofi's won every time. This is a way to get Kofi a big win. To get him closer to the... closer to another opportunity for the championship. Thing is, we've got, 6-7 weeks to build ECW up, so we can spend a little bit of time having some guys win. We don't have to necessarily, do too much too soon just yet. We can space it out a bit. Alright, Kennedy and Mick Foley opening things up. So Mick Foley telling Kennedy that next week you're going to face Sheamus and put your championship on the line. Well, maybe it could be a non-title match. Kennedy says, okay, I'll face Sheamus next week, but it's not going to be for the championship, and Mick Foley can agree to that. So, non-title match next week, Sheamus can beat Kennedy in a non-title match. That way you get Sheamus back in the fold. MVP's already kind of been promised a title opportunity. Big Show and Jericho being excellent, blah, blah, blah. Kind of, it'll make sense. It'll work itself out. Drew McIntyre got a victory over Trent Beretta, 72 rated. Drew McIntyre, 75 himself. See, that's good. Trent Beretta, never going to have a good match, with most people. What I'm trying to say is that he's got very low popularity. It's hard for him to have good matches, but if you put him with a good worker like Drew McIntyre, it's a lot easier for him, and he can get spotlighted a bit better and have a bit of a better quality match, potentially give him a bit of popularity just for having a good match. Sheamus promo on Kennedy, which is good. Dudley's explaining why they attacked Sabu and Dreamer 70. Dudley's promos have not been that great. And you think they would be better, you'd think they'd be stronger, but they just haven't been that brilliant. RVD versus Dave Richards. Good match. Van Dam, 80. See, when Van Dam's not on the drugs, he can go pretty well. Dave Richards, 64. So this is why Richards probably should stick around. He's a good worker. He definitely is. We just haven't quite got a spot for him. Just other guys have gone ahead of him a little bit, unfortunately. But that's a good match. 81. And RVD defends the hardcore title for the first time. Afterwards, Homicide attacked RVD for 93. Nice. That's a good angle. Wow, what a match here. The Usos and Ryder and Hawkins. This is really good, actually. 80. I don't know how this happened. So, Jey Uso, 53. Jimmy Uso, 67. Kurt Hawkins, 64. Zack Ryder, 84. Whew. That's pretty good. Pretty darn good from Zack. 80 rated overall. How that happened, I have no idea. Both teams have excellent chemistry, so that showed a lot more promise than perhaps it would have normally have done. But, yeah, so in the end, the Usos got a victory when Kurt Hawkins was disqualified after fighting Jey Uso, so perhaps getting himself in the ring involved when he wasn't a legal man. And main event, well, God, the match before was better than this one. Kofi and Shelton, 79. Kofi, 87. Shelton, 79. It's a good match, but yeah, the one before was better. Whew. There you go. So, RVD and David Richards was the best match of the night by the looks of it. Well, there you go. That's ECW. That's crazy. That's crazy. Edit the Usos to have similar stats. I think it's because one has way more popularity than the other for some reason. Kendrick's contract is up. Do we keep Kendrick? Great worker. Nothing for him. That's interesting. Something to think about anyways. Let him feud with Seidel and TNA. Yeah, I'd say TNA will probably make a play for him. So let's take a look at the Usos. They had a win, albeit DQ, but 52. So Jimmy and Joe. So you can see there's a 5 popularity difference, but is there a big difference in their skills? There has to be. Yeah, you can see, especially here, Jimmy Uso is way better. So you're right, there needs to be an adjustment to make sure that they're more equal. You probably want to give them more of Jay stats, or maybe meet in the middle a little bit more. Jimmy's far better in real life, so it makes sense. Okay. I don't think it'd be. I don't think it should be that much of a difference, because you see, look how much he's improved. His developmental time really worked out well for him. He developed fantastically well. Obviously, Jay did not. Let Kendrick go. Call up some NXT guys. Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll do that. Okay. Anyone else to really look at an ECW? Drew Max at 70 odd. Dave Richards climbing. He's at 57. Yeah, okay. RVD. So RVD's close to 80, which is good. Homicide, obviously. Homicide's on fire. We definitely got to consider him to be the next top emerging talent. Probably Homicide, Rollins, and Rude will be the next crop of stars for ECW, which will be really good. That's some good talent to have. Bobby Roode's, he's lacking a little bit, but has the skills, just hasn't quite got the popularity just yet, whereas Rollins has a bit more. Apparently Brie Bella's the one to watch. Get ready for a big Brie Bella push, apparently. Oh, scenarios like water. Welcome. So, Norman Smiley's gone. So, alright, in the chat. Kendrick, yes or no? What do you think? Keep him, yes or no? Or let him go? We do need jobbers, yes, but in saying that, do we keep dead weight on the roster that we're not going to really utilize too much? Link free, yes. Cartoon, no. It's kind of 50-50. Can you get London? We had London and he left. London left us. He didn't want to be with the WWE anymore. He left. Unfortunately, he wanted to go and work in Japan or something. NXT, Darren Young beat Richie Steamboat in the main event. Emma beat Paige. Bray Wyatt beat Aleister Black. Interesting. David Otunga beat Big E. Brandy Reed defeated Tamina to remain the NXT Women's remain the NXT. So Brandy Reed wrestling, huh? Interesting. Not very well. Brandy Reed and Tamina, that'd be one to watch, wouldn't it? Could cure insomnia. Would you rather have young talent or keep Kendrick for doing the jobbing? It's a good point. It's a good point. Ever thought of doing Tyler Breeze and Joey Mercury as a new version of Eminem? I have never thought of that, but now that I think about it, it's not a bad idea. Kendrick and Richards is tag team. I think Richards is better than that. I don't know. Oh, you guys like the idea of Richards and Kendrick? Okay. Alright. Alright, we'll give him a match. Kennedy wants a pay rise. He wants nearly a $20,000 pay rise. Well, Kennedy, you've earned it. You can have it. Alright, we'll give him a dark match on SmackDown together. We'll see it. Try that again. Do you see yourself getting Carl Anderson? No, I think he's got a long-term deal with Japan or someone. Yeah, he's got a long-term written deal with Japan, so... No, I don't see it, fortunately. We're buff the staff, we could bring him in. Vader, Warrior. Literally nobody to bring in with any pop. Only great Khali, but... It's something to think about. I'm gonna bring back Khali for 6 months and have him lose. We fired him like straight away. We just let him straight go. I mean, he is the absolute drizzling shits. But why don't we could bring him back, have him join the PWO as their enforcer, and just join the shit show that is the PWO and have him lose a bit. He's got 60 pop. We brought back Hornswoggle to be in the PWO. What's Khali's menace? 85. So we've already got Hornswoggle in. He's in the PWO. Sweet cousin Khali. Sweet killer Khali. Khali is 38, but he's got 60 pop. And he might just give the PWO a big enforcer to kind of give them something. Great Papa Khali. Great Papa Khali. I like that. He's been a comedy wrestler before. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm thinking. It could work. Please don't do it. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. What's his comedy? 55? Brute 95? I did it. I did it. Shit. Oh boy. I did it. I don't know. I just feel like if we're going to go all the way with the PWO, it might be a good idea to use Khali. I mean, why not? Do you bet your sanity? Yeah. I know, I know. Can you just imagine though, PWO. They all had their hats on. You got Maria, the sweet, beautiful woman, somehow is with these goofs. You got Santino. You got Sweet Papi Sanchez, who's this big dude. And you got little Hornswoggle running around. And then you bring out the freaking Great Khali. It's a big stable. It's a family. This big... It's the new version of the Oddities. It's this big, stupid, weird family that somehow works. I don't know. Melina got in a fight with Jillian. That's alright. You can do that. It's only Jillian. I can literally see it. I can too. That's the thing. Papi World Order. That's it. It's the Papi World Order. Well, we haven't even got him as a stable. Why not? And that makes it even more of a stupid joke that oh. It's alright, we've got to figure out a name for Khali. The Great Papa Khali, I like that. But do we go with that? Or should it be the Sweet? I mean, it's the Papi World, or it doesn't have to be Sweet Papi. What about Hornswoggle? We haven't got him a name. Whoever does Photoshop, I need a hat on Hornswoggle, and I need a hat on Khali. So if you're watching this on the YouTube replay, or you're watching this in the stream right now, someone, give me a hat on these guys. Sweet Horny Swoggle. What's with a H? Not sure. You should definitely upload the save. I'll fire the PWO after I make them lose to Lewington and Barrett, of course. Yes, yes. Thank you, Silky. Why are you doing this? I'm doing this to punish myself and all of you watching. My God. The PWO will end up like the NWO because they're going to have, you know, 10 freaking members at one point coming out, you know, all with their stupid hat on. Honey Swoggle. Sweet Honey Swoggle. Sweet Swoggly Swoggle. Alright, you guys keep working on it. I'll book the show. Alright, we'll go. We'll go Davey Richards, Brian Kendrick. They're heels, yeah? So Slater, Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel. I think they're a Raw team, aren't they? Doesn't matter. It's a duck match. Alright, so I'm going to open things up with a CM Punk promo on The Undertaker. Punk explains that he wants to prove that he's the best, wants to beat Undertaker. So basically CM Punk wants to prove that he is the man. He beat Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania, and he feels as though there's only one guy left for him to beat to prove that he is the best. He's beat Shawn Michaels, he's beat Triple H, and he wants to beat The Undertaker. So what did we come up with? Baby Bastard Swoggle. I mean, God, look at him. There he is, Santino. Sweet Papi Sanchez. My goodness. Hornswoggle. Maria. Even Maria. Sweet, beautiful Maria. What have we done to her? Hornswoggle returns as a member of the PWO. Hooray! Hornswoggle's back. Yay. It's a big moment. Have Hornswoggle be like The Rock in the Nation of Domination, call him the Swoggle. Oh my God, could you imagine that? The Swog. You smell what the Swog's cooking? See Rhino in singles. Take on Chavo. Rhino's pop's pretty solid. Chavo's close. With Chavo, I don't know if we're going to keep him or not. He's got good enough popularity, and Chavo's he's a good name to have in the mid card. Similar to Rhino. Rhino's still 35 there. Wow. So we might have Chavo pick up a win. I think we might keep him around anyway. Pick up a win. He could cheat to win. We could be treating Maria like Vince did in the 2000s with her being a stripper. Yes, or a ditzy backstage commentator that doesn't know anything, pretending that she's stupid. Oh my God, sweet Buffy Bagwell, he's already got the hat. Buff the Stuff coming back. Sweet Buffy Bagwell. Jesus Christ, it worked. so well. He's already got the hat. He could have his own limited edition, special designed hat. Oh my god. I'm telling you, and he was a part of the NWO. I'm telling you, it's gonna be. All of a sudden, we're gonna have a PWO brand. It's gonna be PWO versus SmackDown. It's gonna get huge. Sweet Buffy Bagwell. I love it. I honestly, I love that. Sweet Buffy Bagwell. I'm not even kidding. We need an opponent for Joe. So who's going to be taking on Joe? Who is a babyface at the moment? Probably should be heel, but he's a babyface. So main event is Christian. So really only the Miz. Miz is the Money in the Bank holder as well. So we've got to keep that in mind. So we've got to keep Miz going well. I probably don't want to get him stuck with a championship. Miz and Joe, it could work. We haven't done it before. At least not on pay-per-view. So that could definitely work. Have a pay-per-view called PWO Not Quite Sold Out. My god, that's great. Can you put the PW segments in the pre-show? We don't want just the fans in attendance to suffer. We want everybody at home to suffer. Oh my goodness. Alright. The other thing was, as well was Alex Riley and The Miz. You guys like the idea of putting Riley with The Miz? I think it's a good decision. It worked well. I like the combination in real life. So it's a little bit, what, a year too late, but it's not a big deal. So it could be a way to help Alex Riley out. So we go with that. Country, how did you get the mods into the game? So when you download the mod, you put the mod file under your database. So go into your program files. There'll be a folder called GDS under program files. It'll either be under your program files or depending on your, I think what 64-bit or whatever the hell it is. Find the GDS folder anyways. Under databases, drag the downloaded mod into your database, and it should work. If it doesn't work, click into the database and make a folder called Save Games with no spaces. So save games, so the S with a cat, the G with a cap, no spaces, and that should hopefully pop up in the game. It's a good combination for Miz cashes in, helps Riley. Yeah. Alright. We'll do that. So we'll go Miz and Joe. That's a strong SummerSlam match. And we give the Miz Alex Riley to give him a bit of a numbers advantage over Samoa Joe, and that could be a way that the Miz, gets one up on Joe a little bit. So I think the Miz is being managed by Maurice, which didn't really happen back then. So Maurice, we can focus Maurice on her own career. Miz can go off. I mean, you could have Maurice out there too if you wanted. Do you like streaming or just doing videos of TW? Can you have Miz cash in at No Way Out? Too soon for the Miz to cash in. Too soon. In terms of TW, I think I like streaming because I like being able to interact with you guys. If I have an idea, I can throw it at you guys and you say yes or no instantly. So definitely streaming. Let's give the women a match. Kelly. There's someone we haven't done a lot with, Kelly. I mean, she's got the star quality, the sex appeal. Just can't work very well in the ring. It might be time we give Kelly the push. maybe. Let's give her AJ Lee here. Let's see how Khali performs in a match. Give her 12 minutes. Give her a chance to shine. It's AJ Lee. Are we seriously going to do Sweet Buffy Bagwell? Because honestly, I really like the name, but do we really want Buff Bagwell on the roster? I mean, they didn't want him in 2001. Do we want him in 2011? Eve cut a promo on Karma. Bit of the old babyface promo. Doesn't matter how big you are, I'm not going to give up type of promo. Let's do a 6-man tag or something. Let's get some of the guys involved in a match. Might put Samoa Joe in there as well. True. Maybe this could be main event actually. John Morrison, throw him in there. Put the Miz there. And we'll go Cody and Ted. We'll give the Miz the win. Pin Truth. Morrison should be okay. Won't really bother him too much. Make it a flash pin anyway, it's just to be safe. How should we debut Riley? Too sweet, brother Bella. Swap Truth for Brian. I'll swap Morrison for Brian. That way Morrison doesn't lose pop. Since the Miz has more popularity than Samoa Joe, it won't really matter. Brian can lose that. Brian, I was still thinking, yeah, we're just giving them a chance to go singles for a week, you know, just to spice it up. So we might just do Miz and Riley. Attack Samoa Joe with the Money in the Bank briefcase. They embrace and celebrate. Alright, so unfortunately it's a 6-man, so it's kind of like, well, where's Brian and R-Truth? Kind of thing in the situation. But we could say that they were walking off back to, to the backstage area. They didn't see it happen, and this kind of took place. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Alex Riley can come out. He can grab the Money in the Bank briefcase, so he can come through the crowd or whatever. Grab the Money in the Bank briefcase, whack Joe from behind. Miz is distracting Joe. Riley whacks him from behind in the head. Miz gets in the ring, hits the skull-crushing finale. Riley and Miz beat him up. Afterwards, they hug. They lift each other's hands up. They shake hands, whatever. Kind of shows that they're now an alliance. And that begins the Joe and Miz feud. And that the Miz is looking to win the Intercontinental Championship. And that can be how we close out the show. Alright, so let's have a look and see how Dave Richards, Brian Kendrick go as a tag team. So, Kendrick's gimmick's getting stale, so someone remind me to fix that. Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel have great chemistry, that's good. Kendrick, 65. Richards, 65. Gable, 69. Slater, 58. So 65 apiece. it's pretty good. There's no great or bad chemistry, but there is definitely potential. You know, 65 apiece is good, absolutely, as a team. If you wanted to throw them together as a team, you definitely could. Yeah. It didn't really make a difference ratings-wise, yes. Could be a little team. Absolutely, it could be a little team, yeah. There's nothing really special about it, but yeah. The picture pack says that it maybe contain a virus in it. If it's the one that I uploaded, then no, there is no risk. There's no virus. It's all good. Trust me. Yeah, trust the guy. I'm just giving you a virus. No, I'm kidding. Kick things off with CM Punk. So CM Punk explains that he wants to prove that he's the best. He feels as though The Undertaker is that guy that he has to beat. He's already beat, you know, he's beaten Steve Austin, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, John Cena. Did he beat Randy Orton? Not sure. But anyways, he feels as though the one guy left for him to beat to prove that he is the best in the world is The Undertaker. So he wants to beat The Undertaker. 9 unrated. Good. Hornswoggle returning as a fun babyface, joining the PWO. They gave him the hat. So they're backstage, Hornswoggle's there, and to make him a part of the group, a part of the family, they give him the hat. And Hornswoggle puts the hat on. He smiles, he dances around, he celebrates. He's in the PWO. And the way to know if you're in the PWO or not is by having that stupid friggin' hat. And he's got it. Not yet in the picture, but he will. 76, so that actually went pretty well, didn't it? I think having Maria judged on the sex appeal probably helped it a lot as well. Santino does have good mic skills, and so does Sweet Poppy Sanchez. They're not bad. So Rhino and Chavo 1-on-1. Rhino's 74. Wow, for a 1-on-1, 74. Wow. Chavo 67. That's pretty good from Chavo. 79 overall. That's a really good match. Edge 92 for his promo on Triple H. We need to do a little bit more with that for No Way Out. I think we'll probably have Christian face Triple H at No Way Out, then Edge later on. So next week we'll do something more with that. Kelly and AJ Lee 62. Kelly 57. So this is why we haven't been pushing her that strong. AJ 51. Yeah. So I was thinking maybe we could give Kelly another push. Not quite there in the ring skills. Might be best suit just to, honestly, you know, focus on the sex appeal. Eve 83 in her promo on Karma, hyping up their match. So probably one more match between Eve and Karma at the pay-per-view. Main event, 6-man tag, 80 rated. Samoa Joe, Truth, Daniel Bryan teaming up to take on The Miz and Legacy. Miz 93 was the best. Cody Rhodes 89, very good. Joe 85, best on the babyface side of things. So The Miz got the victory. Hit the skull-crushing finale on Daniel Bryan, which is interesting that we say that now, isn't it? Considering they're going to probably have a match at SummerSlam in real life. And the final segment worked out tremendously well. The Miz and Alex Riley beating down on Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe getting laid out there by The Miz to start that feud properly. 9 unrated, and also to put over Alex Riley. Make him, hopefully, as a threat. Alright, so Kendrick, I don't know yet. I'm not convinced. Marufuji turn heel, there you go. I thought I was going to say Alicia Fox, but it's just Alicia. Bulked up. Interesting. Who's going to take the titles of Edge and Christian? I don't know. Split Edge and Christian already. I want to. I want to get... I don't want to split them. I want them to be still an alliance, but not tag champs. But it's going to have to take a bit of time. Offer Kendrick a deal, but TNA put up a fight. Yeah. Okay, alright. Oh. We'll give Kendrick 6 more months. Perhaps we'll put him with David Richards, give him something. Oh, he wants a bit more money. I was trying to get him for cheap. Alright. Had the PWI hand out hats to the crowd like the New Day do the pancakes. Oh my god. I can see it now. That's brilliant. Now, the question is, do we do this? I mean, my god, he's 60 pop, wow. Buff Bagwell, Buff, what was it again? Sweet Buffy Bagwell. Oh my goodness. Mike skills are still there, yeah. Get him? That's a shame. That's a shame. Alright. Buff Bagwell. Of all people's coming back. Let's make him work house shows to get the most out of him. God, we're gonna pay big money for him. Alright, Jesus, Buff. He's milking us for every dollar. Yeah, basics and psychology is good, yeah. In a tag match, I think Buff could probably go okay. Honestly, in a tag match. My god, we're bringing back Khali and Buff Bagwell. Hey pal, we got an offer for you. You know? Calls up Buff. How would you like to be in the PWO? What's the PWO? The Poppy World Order. I'm in. Oh, for God's sake, TNA! What are you doing? Why? Why do you want Buff Bagwell all of a sudden? Just because I want him, you now want him? Oh my god. We're gonna have to sign into a 2-year fucking deal. Oh my god. No. Alright. You can work just major shows. What are they giving him? The money's better here. Oh, this is why we need 18-month deals. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to give a 2-year deal to Buff freaking Bagwell. What do we do with him after the PWO's done? I did it. I gave him the offer. Have the PWO sweep pack be a thing, like the wolf pack. Oh my god, the sweep pack. Sweep pack in the house. Natalya's staying, so at least we got her. Had to work for it. Brent Albright is the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. I don't even know who that is. Yeah, right. He's got some pop. 40 pop. It's decent. Oh my god. Alright. So Khali. They did make a play for Khali though. So they looked at Khali and said, "Nah, don't want Khali." Looked at Buff Bagwell and said, "We've got to have Buff." I mean, what the fuck? Oh my god, TNA, seriously? Don't make me have to get this guy for 3 freaking years. Oh my god, why? Why are you doing this? It's Buff Bagwell. It's Buff Bagwell, TNA, seriously? Why are we fighting over Buff Bagwell? So I've been watching WCW in 97 and now in 98. So I've been watching plenty of Buff Bagwell, and he's not the worst, honestly. He's not the worst, but oh my god. I don't know. Should we just let TNA have him? Oh, that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. 3 years, that's it. 3 years for Buff Bagwell. What am I doing? Can't afford to let TNA get their hands on him. I know. He's so valuable, isn't he? Colt Cabana. We only gave him a 6-month deal to begin with. Performing well. He's performing well. He's averaging 74. That's pretty impressive. 74. He's working with a lot of the top names, to be fair, but yeah, okay. We'll bring him in. Give him another deal. Give him another 9 months. Popularity-wise, he's improved a little bit. Sweet Buffy Bagwell. You can still fire him down the line. Yeah, we can. We can fire him when we want to. If TNA make him play again and let him walk, I will. Trust me. They can have Buff Bagwell for 5 years if they really want him. What happened to the Colt and Kane tag team? Oh, was that a thing? Kane's still feuding with Mark Henry, so perhaps once that's done, you could go with that. Yeah, we were going to do Kane teaming up with a mid-card guy to help Kane more than the mid-card guy, because Kane can't work singles much anymore very well. Yeah, that's still on the cards, I suppose. I forgot about it, to be honest, but once we move on from Mark Henry, which we are basically about to, we could go to that. Could Buff Bagwell use his... Buff Bagwell could use his name in TNA, couldn't he? I'm pretty sure. He went to TNA for a little bit. I'm pretty sure he went to TNA as Buff Bagwell. He could call himself the Buff. Or just call himself Bagwell. Bagwell will be good enough. Put the mask on Kane again. Yeah, we could. My God, are we actually going to get Buff Bagwell? Hasn't got a lot of power anymore. Those arms are shrinking a bit, Buff. Come on. Yeah, Buff owns the name. Okay. Well, I want to find out if we get Buff or not, but I have to book another show, so let's book another one. Snoopy, what you miss? You missed some interesting things, to say the least. So Raw, we've got obviously Shawn Michaels is here and doing the thing. So this week, I was going to do something with Shelly and Sabin. Yeah, so we'll go to Batista, Ray, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin. Most of the Machine Guns calls out Ray and Batista and tells them not to forget about them. So Shelley and Sabin are saying to Batista and Ray, hey, you know, you're focused on, you're looking at, you know, becoming WWE champion. Well, don't forget you've got what we want. You're the tag champions. We want those championships, and we're coming for them. So we'll go with that, and that way we can keep that feud rolling a little bit. We'll give Shelley and Sabin a match after that promo. And they've got Hurricane Goldust can lose to them. Give it some time. Make it a good match. Do us a favour and give Sweet Puppy Sanchez a small push. Oh, if you knew. If you knew what we just did. Master Lock Challenge. It's been a while since we did one, so we'll do another one. Get Joe Mercury. Del Rio, give him a match. Tyson. Oh, no, we won't. Okay, we'll go Rey Mysterio versus Del Rio. Del Rio is very, very good. We've really got to start positioning him stronger. Whether you like him or not, his stats are incredible in this. I'm going to give Rey Mysterio a solid win over Del Rio. It's a way to spotlight Del Rio. A bit like what AJ Styles and Andrade Cien Almas did. You know, a mid-card guy getting a long match with the top guy. Make him look good. And I'm going to have Batista save Rey Mysterio from a machine gun's attacks. It's really a big machine gun episode. Mostly machine gun. A big night. So we might drop a couple minutes of that promo. So Natalya's here. She calls out Michelle McCool and Layla after what they did last week. And they could appear on the Titantron. So they appear on the Titantron and they continue to mock her. So Natalya gets in the ring and says, you know, you made fun of me last week. I'm calling you out. Gets to the ring. Let's fight. Instead, they appear on the Titantron. They continue to mock her and, you know, whatever they're doing, they're dressing up as her or whatever. But yeah, they continue to mock her, make fun of her, but not in the ring, so Natalya can't quite get her hands on them. Depends to work with a script. I don't know if you can do it without a script. Jordan, welcome to the stream, man. Batista's gimmick, I fixed that. We've got 15 more minutes. We're gonna have a big main event. So Shawn Michaels had a big win last week, so let's give John Cena a big win. Cena and Swagger. I know we've done this before. Only once. Not for a long time, actually. So John Cena can beat Jack Swagger. Hasn't been a great few weeks for Swagger. And again, Randy can sit on commentary. Actually, Shawn Michaels can go on commentary this week. Alright. So that kind of covers most things. Hardy and Ziggler this week. Yeah, we didn't quite do anything with that. Okay, so that's alright. You can have a week off. That's okay. Not everything has to be featured. Oh yeah, and Victoria. Lovely. We'll go Victoria and Katie Lee. So Angelina won't talk, but so Victoria and Katie argue backstage. Just a quick few minutes segment here to get them on the card, build that feud a little bit further. Drop a minute off that. Alright, we're all good to go. Okay. Alberto needs a small rivalry with someone. I agree. I definitely agree. Have Ziggler go over Cena. No, Cena's popularity is already bad enough. We need Cena's popularity to get back to 100. It has improved in recent times after going back down to as low as 91. We've got it back to 94, but we needed to get to that 100 mark again. So we're protecting Cena. Alright, let's have a look. Open up with Shelley and Sabin calling out Batista and Ray, who weren't there, didn't appear, but the call them out basically saying, look, don't forget about us. You focus on the WWE Championship, well, you should be focused on the tag division because we're coming for those championships. They then knocked off Gold Justice in a good match, 86, Sabin 88, Shelley 92, Goldust 63, Hurricane 68. Machine Guns are very damn good. Kane had a promo against Mark Henry. We'll probably do that match maybe next week. Kane looked good. That's a surprise. It's been a while since we said that. Chris Masters put Joey Mercury away comfortably with the Master Lock. 91 rated. So this Master Locks continue to do really, really well. Chris Masters has done... Well, we've done a tremendous job in making him a star again, but we haven't quite gone all the way with him and giving him a championship or something like that. So now that Matt Hardy's champion, I definitely believe after he's done with Dolph Ziggler, probably Chris Masters might be the guy. Victoria and Katie Lee had an argument backstage. Quickly got that on the show. Del Rio Mysterio had an 82 rated match and they have good chemistry as well. That's good to know. Certainly if we get Del Rio in the main event, these two would tear it up. Del Rio 68, Rey Mysterio 99. Wow. That's a good performance from Rey. This is why we need Rey at the moment in the singles, not in the tag, because he's doing that. Del Rio, though, 68, very, very good. Obviously, good chemistry lifted it. So that's positive news for both guys. Certainly Del Rio down the line. Afterwards, Sabin and Shelley, they attacked Rey Mysterio, but Big Dave Batista came out for the run and saved his tag partner from further attack. So... yeah, 95 rated there. That went down pretty well. Big night for the Machine Guns as well. They had a good night. Natalya calling out LayCool, who appeared on the Titantron, mocked her instead. 77. Main event, John Cena and Jack Swagger. Good match. They had pretty good chemistry as well. John Cena 98, Jack Swagger 88. That's probably the best performance I've seen from Jack Swagger. 92. Very, very good match. Great way to end the show. 91 overall. And we'll take that, absolutely. Damn. Oh my god, TNA. Look, guys, we wanted to bring in Buff, but TNA are giving him a big deal. We're giving him a little bit more money. We can't go any higher in money. All we can do is offer him more years, but it's Buff Bagwell. I mean, TNA might have Buff Bagwell in their roster, probably on a 4 or 5 year deal by the looks of it. And, well, congrats. They can have him. Buff Bagwell's their big signing. 2011. He's going to be one of their next top guys. I guarantee it. He'll probably be... I reckon he'll win a championship there. Whereas Buff was probably going to come in and do nothing but jobs. But, there you go. I want a bit Sweet Buffy Bagwell, just for the name, really. Not because we want Buff Bagwell. I just wanted to have Sweet Buffy Bagwell, just be able to say we have that on the roster. But, fortunately, PWO will not be getting a new member. TNA have ruined Sweet Buffy Bagwell. This is why we are at war with them. He lives on in our hearts. That's right. I could shed a tear right now for Buff. It's a shame. We wanted to have Buff. It would have been special. It would have been incredible. It would have been amazing. But Buff won't be strutting the stuff in WWE. It's a shame. But we got the great Khali coming in. Yep. Great Khali's coming back. Yep. That's happening. It's a suitable replacement. Great Papa Khali coming in. So the PWO, whilst it's only 4 people at the moment, it will still get its 5th member. I mean, is there anyone in developmental? You know, Muhammad Hassan coming in, ruin him straight away and give him a run in the World Order, the Puppy World Order. You know, Bo Dallas, I could see him fitting in that group. What about some intellect? Damien Sandow. Make the group a little smarter. What about Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns on the group. But yeah, so unfortunately, we can't get who we wanted, but for some god unknown reason, TNA want Buff Bagwell, so we can't have Buff Bagwell. And that's it. You know, there's no one else. We wanted to bring in Buff. But, you know, he was going to be our major signing, 2011 signing, bringing back Buff Bagwell. That was going to shock the world, and, you know, it would have changed ratings. We would have really, our ratings would have really shifted up. But unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. TNA have stolen Buff Bagwell. Sweet Popper Pump. Scott Steiner. That's a good point. Scott Steiner. He said world champion. Could you imagine bringing in Scott Steiner, who's been the TNA world champion, and putting him in the PWO? Could you imagine that? Oh my god. Wouldn't that be a slap in the face to TNA? What about Big Zeke? I could see Big Zeke in this group. PWO. Big Zeke. Would he even come back? Yeah, he would. Sweet Brother Bo. Sweet Papa Pump vs Sweet Buffy Bagwell, bound for glory for the TNA World title. Oh yeah, that's 100% going to happen. Oh my god. It's happening. I mean, what's TNA's most recent shows looking like? They had a pay-per-view recently. I glossed over it. Victory Road. Scott Steiner defeated James Storm to retain the TNA World title, 80 rated. Umaga beat Booker T, 80 rated. We had Booker T, didn't we? We got rid of him. 46. He was a bit trash. TNA pushing him? No. Well, we buried him, and then when did he go? Not long ago, I suppose. April. Leader defeated ODB, 80 rated. That's pretty good. Shark Boy is the global champion. Really? Shark Boy? Wow, Shark Boy's 62 pop. They're actually pushing the guy. Okay. Having him beat Nigel McGuinness. Interesting. Matt Sydal's their X Division champion. This piece of shit. Matt Sydal. Yeah, righto. Why is Trevor Murdoch fighting for the X Division championship? What's the thing with the X Division championship? It makes no sense. What is it? What's the rules? There is none. Lethal Consequences defeated Triple X for the tag titles. Interesting. What else we got going on? TNA. Bobby Lashley beats Suicide. Why did we never get Bobby Lashley? Could we not get him? Missed out on him. And Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's still in TNA? God. At least he got a win. So TNA looking a bit rough. Not bad, but I mean, their answer to their issues is Buff Bagwell. I mean, they're doing some steady growth. They're doing pretty well, to be honest with you. But nothing we're too worried about just yet. They're hovering around the 80 mark. Wow, Christopher Daniels had a 90 rated match with Amazing Red on Explosion. How many people saw that? Well, they got some 300,000 viewers. It's not bad. Sweet Cousin Kozlov. Oh my god, no. Sweet Mama Muhammad. Oh boy. Sweet Bobo Lasho. Well, we've got Khali coming in. Great Papa Khali is probably what I'll call him. What's the second best promotion? New Japan, second best. No surprise, they put out good shows consistently. Their size in Japan hasn't really improved, actually. A little bit. But 80 rated in Japan's pretty strong. So gutted about Bagwell. I am too, but I don't want to give him a 10-year contract just to bring him in for a joke. But with that being said, we'll have a look at Impact. 76 rated. So Kurt Angle, Amazing Red, 81. How's Kurt Angle traveling? 42. Oh my god, look at these stats. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 83 rated. And the popularity mark. Match history, averaging 87. Yet to crack 100 rated though. Joe and Angle, 99. Joe and Hardy, Hardy and Angle rather, 99. Kurt Angle had a 97 with Sting. Bagwell's younger than Angle. That 10-year deal looks good now, huh? Yeah, that's right. Could you imagine we gave Buff Bagwell a 10-year deal? He'll be still wrestling in WWE until 2021. Could you imagine that? Like, Buff Bagwell would have already had 7-8 years in the WWE already. Like, this whole era that we've just watched, Buff Bagwell will be there along the way as that veteran. Forget about Kane as the old-time guy. Buff Bagwell, the old-time guy. Hanging on. Working with the young talent. Putting them over. Or maybe getting the wins. Getting a run with the belt. Buff Bagwell, IC champ. US champ. Tag champ. He would have done it all. He would have been the man. That's frightening, isn't it? Bagwell squashing Bella Zane. Yeah, Seth who? Seth Rollins? Nah, Buff Bagwell. Buff Bagwell. Put Buff over. Alright, so Kendrick, we're keeping him. We were going to let him go, but hang on to him for a little longer. Colt Cabana, hang on to him for a little while longer. Del Rio had a good match on Raw. 54-55 pop. Yeah, he has been on the rise. Okay, so he's on the move. So we are still 2 weeks away from No Way Out. I might play the rest of this week off stream. We'll get ready to wrap things up here, but next time we'll come to the stream, we'll definitely do No Way Out. We'll have that ready to go. Which will be the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view, which we need to probably give CM Punk another opponent. It's not going to be The Undertaker. But in the meantime, we need someone to step up to face CM Punk. For some reason, this is really low storyline heat. We'll improve that. So, save Khali's debut for the stream. Yeah, Khali probably won't sign until the end of this week anyways. We'll probably have him debut at the pay-per-view as a big special surprise, because that's going to be amazing, yeah. So, who can face CM Punk for a match to kind of... It needs to be a bayface. Because CM Punk's coming out saying, hey, look at me, you know, I want to fight the best in the world. I want to prove I'm the best in the world. We need someone to come out and say, well, if you want to fight the best in the world, fight me. Maybe Daniel Bryan. Maybe Daniel Bryan. Punk vs Morrison. That Punk vs Morrison is like a WrestleMania match. We want a match just to get Punk on the card to make it stronger. Punk and Bryan. I think we might do that. Okay. Is Taker set to be on multiple brands? No. He's on SmackDown. To think I gave Test and Kevin Thorne world title matches against Styles. Yeah, I was a bit concerned when I saw that. I thought, oh god, what's he doing? Kevin Thorne, Test, I mean, those are guys that I was not even using because they were that bad. I wanted Test to be one of my top 5 heels. I was going to push him as my top 5 guys. Had big plans for Test, and then he sucked. And he never got better. He did a bit, but not enough. So, Punk versus Bryan at the pay-per-view. We'll do that. Morrison against, and it's a bit of a similar situation. I guess we can have Morrison and Lesnar just be an angle at the pay-per-view. Brock Lesnar comes out, calls out John Morrison. And we go there. We need to do a little bit more with this. So we'll do this on the pay-per-view. Miz and Joe, Triple H. Probably go Triple H and Christian maybe. And save Triple H and Edge for SummerSlam. Melina and Maurice, we'll do that. Even Karma. So we've got enough matches there to get us through. Yeah, not the strongest pay-per-view in the world, but at the end of the day, it's just No Way Out. It's the pay-per-view before SummerSlam. It's not a big deal. It's a strong main event. Triple H and Christian's fine. Miz and Joe's good. That's a good match for sure. Morrison and Brock interacting, and Punk and Bryan. I'm sure we'll tear it up, but probably won't have the rating that we want. So, yeah, I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. I mean, it doesn't have to be huge. Probably be a low 90s pay-per-view, 91, 92 maybe. We'll go with it. That's fine. Well, if Punk or Taker are on multiple brands, they're on opposite brands. That's why he's so low. Yeah, I know. Look, it's because I think we kicked it off, and then we didn't do anything for a week or two, and then yeah, we did this, and then like 2 weeks later we did Undertaker making his return or something like that. It is what it is. I don't think Taker's sent on multiple shows. I think he's on SmackDown. Just check anyways. Yeah, so that's fine. Give us a week or two, we'll get the heat back into the 80s and 90s. Easy. Alright, that being said, I think we're done here for today. I'll be back same time tomorrow, hopefully, for a stream. I'm going to be away this weekend. It's my girlfriend's birthday, so unfortunately I won't be streaming on the weekend, but I'll try and get one more in tomorrow. Maybe we'll do 2011 again, get No Way Out done. I think that'll be fun. So, we'll leave it that there. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. Thank you to our new subscriber, and thank you to our donators. I appreciate that, and thank you just for watching. If you haven't already, follow the stream to see more, and I appreciate your company, and hope you enjoyed it. PWO's getting bigger.